you said some very like, oh my goodness, it's like you in the NBA on
the NDA.
Jesus Christ.
It's a true story.
Who we talking about?
It's a true story.
Who you play for?
Man. I ain't saying all that. I'm saying it's a true story. I'm on an NDA too at this point. It's a true story.
Jesus.
That's crazy. You in the NBA.
On the NDA. That's a fact. Don't say nothing about us talking.
What up, world? What up, world? We are back for another episode of Infinite Vibes. Let's clap it up for us for no reason. Let's just clap it up. Let's just clap it up for no reason.
We here, baby.
We are here. I'm Moran, the man, the richest lady in Atlanta, Georgia. DJ B-Lex is here as well.
What's happening?
I'm blessed. I'm highly favored. How you, sis?
I feel good, man. We blessed. We woke up today, just living in gratitude. How you feeling?
Same. We woke up. I got some water. What else? I had some American Deli earlier.
Gotta have an American Deli.
Gotta have the
It
deli.
just hit different.
It do. It hit different, but it doesn't hit in comparison to this queen that's in this.
Man, I'm talking about we smell her from down the street.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
She came in with a
smell
Janet
so
Jackson
good.
hat swag. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our listeners, Queen?
What's going on, this lady London? I hope I don't smell like American Deli wings now.
Nah.
If you did smell like American Deli wigs, you would definitely be the well, I ain't gonna say that, but that would be a good thing.
You smelling good though.
Hell yeah.
New York is in the building.
For sure. New York and Jersey.
Jersey
And Jersey in the building.
Yeah,
So you claim Jersey more than New York? Or?
that's a difficult question. That's like, it depends on where you know me from, but yeah, Jersey for sure. We heavy.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
That's
that sounds
we
like
was
where in
raised.
the world is Carmen San Diego? She said it depends on where you know me from.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They right there. It's like a bridge. That
No, 15 minutes apart from where I literally grew up versus where I grew up. So it's like
right there.
right there. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Interesting.
Same radio station, same everything.
That's what's up.
So
That's dope. So we always like to ask our guests on a scale from 1 to 10, how are you feeling?
13.
13. Okay.
Yeah,
Why 13?
That's my favorite number.
Oh, that's
I have
what's
a tattoo.
up.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Where you have a tattoo at?
On my ankle. My mom has it big right here. My brother has it. My grandfather has it.
So it's like a
It's
family.
a family
No,
thing,
go ahead.
yeah.
My bad.
Yo, you,
You such a family. I'm sorry. I meant to cut you
It's
off.
no worries. It's fine. But I feel good though. It's just to say that. 13.
Absolutely, for sure.
Wow.
So one thing I want to do when we pop it off, I just want to just go off a list of Lady London's accolades.
Man.
She's been doing a lot of big things before she started rapping.
Before.
All right, so Shawty got a bachelor's of science in sports medicine from Howard.
that's
Howard,
major.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shawty also got a master's, y'all. She got a bachelor's degree and a
Her
master's
master's degree.
She got a master's of science and global
From
medicine from
USC.
USC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
huge.
Very huge, very huge, very huge, very huge. And this queen has only been rapping since the year 2018.
What?
Yes.
You literally started at 2018.
Yes.
That's so impressive. Like, wow.
Thank you.
I'm just really kind of inspired here.
Thank you.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
feels like it's been a long time though. That's the weird part. I guess 5 years for me, I'm like, oh, that's a long time, but not really compared to my peers and compared to other people who like really been in it for a minute.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Well, you definitely sound like you've been doing it for a long time. It's probably because you had a crazy vocabulary since you was in the 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Your vocabulary was on the level of a 12th grader, right?
right,
So
In 3rd grade?
right.
Wow.
Yeah, I tested a 97 percentile standardized test.
So you a nerd.
Yes.
Clap it up for it, y'all. We got a nerd in the building. Yes. Clap it up for it.
Super nerd.
Yeah, we
I
got a
love
nerd in the
it.
building, y'all. We here for it. We here for it.
It's okay to be smart, man.
Super
And,
nerd.
and you pretty. It's okay to be smart and pretty, right?
We try to, whatever we can get in.
Yeah.
Was you always, because you know how we could always say we had to glow up.
Oh,
Did-
yeah,
Did
no.
you have a glow up part?
Oh,
in your
yeah.
life?
What? Yes.
Yeah, that syndrome.
I was to be like, oh my God, y'all let me come outside like that? That's crazy. That's crazy. I had a long, awkward stage, like really long. I think I really just blew up low key like 2 months ago.
That's
Nah,
crazy.
because we've been watching you for a long time.
Yeah, even then, that's a glow up. You
You
know,
right.
a lot of
Yep,
people
that's
is
true.
they're really like used to me freestyling in my car or freestyling right in front of my computer. I think even watching people like watch the transition of me actually making records and me actually making like real music videos, it's like we want to keep you in this pocket sometimes, you know, but growth is inevitable. So I'm happy
That
to
part.
be evolving and growing with my craft. So
Absolutely.
I'm going to ask that question too, just pertaining to like people trying to box you into like just only doing freestyles. What was that process for you though, just transitioning? Because like you literally just started this. So it's like I'm freestyling and I'm doing what I want to now. I got to have a little more structure. I got to be more organized. Like what's that process like for you?
You know, when I first came in, I wanted to rap people to death. Like, that's all I cared about. Like, if people knew that I could rap. And then I realized that I wanted to become a brand. So outside of my music, I wanted to be recognized for who I am, the things that I stand on, my core values, and things that are other things that I'm interested in doing later on in my career. So I was like, I have to start structuring my life as not an artist or not a rapper, but as an architect of stuff, in addition to being a connoisseur of rhythmical composition in its purest form. It needs to be also like, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. And so I make this full circle moment. So some people understood it and some people didn't. And I think
who you doing it for?
For me.
That part.
It's
so
always
that's
been
all.
for me. Yeah.
Long as you understand, right? That part.
It's always been for me.
So. Yeah. So you started out as a lyrical miracle. And you was like, nah, man, I gotta basically channel this and turn this into something bigger.
Thing,
this is a brand.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I know how that feel. Yeah.
Absolutely. So you've been, you just started hitting stages and stuff like that, but you've actually been touring. You actually did your first book tour.
Yeah.
You're an author too.
Wow.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
So, I know, like,
man. You already coming breaking barriers and shit. Like nobody, like a female rapper got her own book coming into the game. Like, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So what made you want to become an author?
In my transition from my bachelor's degree to my master's, I didn't know what I wanted to do yet. Like, whether I wanted to go straight to med school, go to law school, go to get a master's. Excuse me. But I ended up writing a book in the meantime. Like, the summer in between my graduating from my bachelor's and going into my master's, I wrote a book in like 7 months, give or take, while I was studying for my GREs. And everything. The test to go into to get your master's program.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's called GRE?
GRE, yeah. Well, that's for my specific program, but it's like a bunch of different type of tests or whatever. But yeah, while I was studying for that, I wrote my book to escape my own reality. So it's a fictional novel that's literally based on nothing. So it's a really good book though.
Like you just was imagining things. And where did that stem from? Like, can you date that back to your childhood?
Yeah, for sure. I started writing because I wanted to escape my own reality as a child. Not that I had a bad upbringing or anything like that, but just like I was a rebellious youth who really like wanted to ground myself, I guess, a little bit more and find something that I like. I wasn't like a sports girl. I wasn't like other people had other outlets in my neighborhood that they channeled their stuff into, but I wasn't like into none of that. I really enjoyed literature. Like, I really enjoyed writing. So I would read, I write. I could read a book that was 400 pages in like 2 days. Like, as a kid though, like, so.
Wow. Did somebody, I gotta ask you, because the kids today, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, they struggling out here. Like, but a lot of people blame their parents, or a lot of people blame this, social media, whatever. Like, what was it for you though? Did you remember your parents teaching you like, like words and stuff like that? But
my mom used to make me read the dictionary every Saturday and highlight the words I didn't know.
That's the motivation. Okay, I get it.
It's like she made you like for fun?
Not for fun. It was more so like, this was your activity that you got to do, and then you could go outside. Like, it was like that type of thing. And then I'm Jamaican. My grandma had encyclopedias throughout the house. Anytime I would ever ask a question, she'd be like, look it up. No matter how small the question was, like, look it up. So I got a lot of it from that. And then, like I said, I wasn't a kid that was interested in like what normal kids was interested in. Like, I did not want to play sports. My mom would have me in every dance class. I still can't dance till this day. I don't like dance class. Like, I don't want to go. No.
You was swatting you was just going crazy in the What Happened to That Boy video. Like, I like dealing with her. Like,
I was standing in place the whole time.
No, what must be the camera then? Cause I was just like, she must be the camera to me.
I got rhythm, but I'm not like a choreographer. I'm not Sierra. Like, I can't just break down. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I never liked it. My mom would have me in like karate and try to have me in like softball. And she's like, what do you want to do? I took then she started putting me in like calligraphy classes, like speed reading, speed typing. Like, these are the things that I like to do. Like, it's weird.
Shout out to your mom.
Shout out to your mom. Like, that's stuff you like to do. Like, you're a weirdo kid. That's fine. Like,
but it started from her though. Like,
let your kids be weird. That's my word to the wise. It's just let your kids be weird.
Accept your kids for who they are.
Absolutely.
And let them, and just like really expand on that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of parents do like project what they want their kids to be like. I never was this, so here you go. You finna be that. Like,
interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, even with that, because I did see that your mom didn't want you to become a rapper.
No, she wanted me to become a doctor my whole life. She's like, this is what we gonna do. But I think I might have did it to please her at some point, or maybe I don't know.
Is that why you went to like all the way to your master's?
For sure,
yeah,
100%.
Because I know I went to my bachelor's degree because of my family. I was the first one in my family to ever get that.
Yeah, me too.
So it is a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. I was the first. My mother never went to college, and my father never graduated high school. So definitely was first in my family, and I'm second generation American. So of course. I'm looking from a trajectory of like, this is for the greater picture of like just being here. And then I have 2 younger sisters. Obviously, I'm the oldest, so leading by example. My sister's in college in New Orleans right now. So
salute to sis.
They always say the oldest daughter is always the manager of the family.
What?
For real, for real.
We get the worst. We get the brunt of everything. My sisters done go through half of what I went through growing up. So
and you the second mom, because they always like go through
and I'm
you.
so much older than them. Like I'm 8 years older than my middle sister and 14 years younger than my youngest sister.
Okay.
I mean older than my youngest sister. So I really raised them, you know. And I think to an extent, my mother would hate when I say this, but they respect me more than they respect my mother.
That makes sense. Yeah.
She knows it though. She knows it. So.
But not no disrespectful way. It's just that like
it's
you're
like
more
on the
approachable. Like this is like you got that side that your mama don't got. Like she's not gonna be like, yeah, do whatever you want, baby. I got you. She's gonna be like, no, this is what you need to do.
Right,
so
right.
I can understand that. Yeah, because I had those type of parents too. Like yeah, that makes sense.
No, that's dope. I mean, just as an artist, as a this is our first time meeting you, but you just have this really, really dope persona about you.
Oh,
like just
you.
no, you're welcome. Just like seeing your videos go viral and seeing the way it's like you talk shit in such a classy way.
That's the goal.
Yeah, like you. It's like
I love it. It's sophisticated. Is what
very
we call it. Yeah.
You are very sophisticated. I like women like you. Y'all do. I got this thing what we call them sophisticated thirst traps. Where it's like you're not trying to like be crazy, but you're being crazy, but in a very smart way. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Where does that come from?
Sophisticated thirst traps. I really do think it's really my demeanor. Like how I rap is like low key how I am. Like I never raise my voice. I never I don't yell. If I'm mad, I get really, really, really quiet. I naturally talk slick.
What's your sign?
Cancer.
Yeah,
my baby is a Cancer. So yeah. Literally, they just. I'm learning so much as an Aries. Like,
oh my God, my mom's an Aries.
Yes.
I get it.
You
Y'all
feel me?
like hotheads though.
Yeah, like I mean, and then if you grow up hostile, it kind of adds to it a little bit. But it's like in my family, we all yell at each other. So when I'm dating somebody that's like, talk it out.
Yes.
We still in this tone. It's just hit different. I'm like,
I love that.
I love learning. This is great. Like this is another way of just communicating. Like it's different.
That makes sense. When you walk around, I know Cancers are so bad with that. We'd be like. And you gotta know it's something wrong. My friends be like, leave her alone. She mad. Like,
that's a real
example.
Shit.
No,
when you
for
quiet,
real. Super quiet. I be like, it's fine. I start talking real low. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's cool. That's when I'm mad.
So, what is your like compatibleness when it comes to like somebody that you romantically want to be with? Like, do you want them to learn the positive trait? Because that's a positive trait, in my opinion, or attribute. Would you want them to still be the way they are?
Yeah,
or kind
I
of
want everybody to come as themselves. The worst thing that you can do is try to be somebody for me. I would hope that you are just who you are. And personally, I think sometimes balance works. Like, I can be like very passive aggressive with things. Sometimes you need somebody to balance that out with you.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always watch my stepdad and my mom, the way they did things. My mom is hot, and he's like so tempered. And so watching it, she'd be like, yo, blah, blah, blah. She'd be like, Jay, man, chill out, man, relax for a second, whatever. And it's always like, you feel a balance there. You know, you don't need two people doing the same thing. So I would rather a man come and be who he is, but also dominant in his space enough to, you know, control the environment or be able to de-escalate a situation without having to, you know, be aggressive about it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Gotta respect it.
One thing that I did find interesting about like people that you would potentially date, you said that you would prefer a dude to invest in you. Like pay for a studio session.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
I don't understand marriages where women have to pay their husband back on an investment on an asset. He making you pay him back. He don't believe in your vision.
I never heard that one.
That's crazy.
I never heard that people do that.
No, I've seen it. No,
Damn.
This is a real conversation. That's why I'm like, but it's like, dang, like he must don't believe in you or he don't want you to be great for real, like.
I'm going to keep it 100. Anybody around you need to either become an investor or an assistant. That's it. Period, point blank. If you're not furthering this vision, and I say the same for myself, if I can't benefit you in any way, there is no reason for us to be in space together.
Right.
You know, especially romantic relationships. Like, yeah, invest in the brand, invest in the vision, and believe in me when I can't believe in myself sometimes, and I'll do the same for you. You know, I think that's just reciprocation in general.
Right.
Interesting.
100%.
Yeah. That's real game though, because you know, anybody could have said, you know, especially somebody like you could have been like, yo, you got to buy me a plane ticket. You got to, you know, there's so many things you could have said, but I really feel like you really gave people game.
Yeah.
She's sophisticated. She believes in assets, bro.
Yep.
Like, this is a real thing. Yeah. And it makes me ask you, too, just about everything. Everybody looked at, like, the overall picture of, like, oh, she looked like this. She's doing this. And, like, everything's sweet.
Yeah.
But you done been through a lot.
Yeah.
So can you speak about, like, overcoming, like, losing your hard drive and, like, the emotional abuse that you have to go through in this industry or outside the industry? Can you speak how you overcame those?
Man, I deal with so much in private that, like, I take on so much it doesn't even make sense. I definitely had some personal emotional attacks that happen within my friend groups, within the industry. People that attack you online is always crazy. My hard drive was devastating. I lost 2 years of work. I used to live in China for like 3 months. So back in 2018, like right when I started. So I lost recording sessions from China. I lost recording sessions from all over the country. 17,538 hours of recording gone.
Wow. Yeah. That's your heartline.
What? When I tell you, I went to like 5 different places to get it repaired. And everybody couldn't do nothing. There was this one guy in North Hollywood in Cali, and he had a $300 non-refundable deposit to drop it off just to evaluate it, right? I dropped it off, gave him the $300. He called me back. I didn't even get home yet. He called me back 15 minutes after and said, come get this. He said, and I'm going to give you your $300 back because there's no reason why this thing is unsalvageable like this. I can't get nothing off of it. He said, I'm going to give you all your money back.
That was nice of him because he could have been like...
But he said it's that bad. He feels that bad for me that he gave me all my money back from it. So I just had... But I took it as God's sign to revamp because maybe that wasn't my best work. I think I always try to look at the brighter picture and things. So I was like, maybe that just wasn't the best work that I created. And now... I know that to be true.
That's so important because you could have got depressed, you could have gave up, but you're like an inspiration to now so many people that may have a roadblock. Yeah. But now you just got to make what they do, like when you got to like route something different, like you got to reroute and go somewhere, like that's real life.
Yeah.
And one thing that I really do respect is just about your come up. It's like you're forever a student because you actually know how to engineer yourself.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. Pro Tools?
Yes. And I know Logic too. I know Logic too.
Wherever I know Logic. I love Logic. We're going to clap for Logic, guys. We're going to clap Logic.
Yeah, Pro Tools is my preference. I actually started on Logic originally because I really started in GarageBand before I had any of these programs. And GarageBand is really just like a light version of Logic. So,
it is. I love it,
So it's like the same program and better yet. And then every time I would go in a session, they would have Pro Tools. So I'm like, well, how do you do that? So I used to stand over the engineer like, how is he doing it? Create my own little template because I'm like, I can't afford you, bro. Not every time. So I'm gonna have to. Yeah. This is like when I first started. It was so expensive to have studio time and the engineer. So I used to be like, how can I like not cut the middleman out, but I really want to record. I'd rather record for more hours and, you know.
Right. Or you might have an idea laid down at the crib and you want to lay it down right then and there.
Exactly. And I'm still somebody who don't waste time in the studio. Like I don't really play with the whole like, 20 people come in and we all just drink and kick it. Like, we on the clock and on the dime. Like, we got to record. Let's go. So I'm used to having to, like, if I got 4 hours, I use all 4.
Right.
You know, so I still kind of have that mindset when I work.
I would love working with you as a producer. I would be like, you're the person I always want to work with.
Absolutely.
It's hard.
We can relate. We can relate.
I don't need no I don't smoke. I don't need no smoke breaks. I don't need none of that. Let's
you drink liquor, though?
I drink red wine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not like I don't have, like, really any vices at all.
Man, that's amazing.
You are really a nerd.
I am a nerd. I could do the Rubik's Cube in like 90 seconds. I'm really a nerd. Like,
we had one. I never could do it.
I wish I would have known that.
I'm really a nerd.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. So, for anybody that may not be familiar with your music, how would you describe your sound?
Versatile, but cohesive nonetheless. Boss-like, disrespectful, vulnerable, transparent, articulate, and relatable. I would hope that'd probably be like some adjectives that I would use to describe it.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's a little
Because I feel like your progression from, because your debut single was Money Over, right? Was that your debut single? Woosah was, where you shot an actual music video.
Oh no, yeah, Money Over would be the one.
So that's so because it was labeled as like your debut, like so that was like your first official, like we finna have a treatment.
Facts. Yep.
Wow. So like, talk about that experience to now you got a hit record. Yeah, yeah. Because like that's two different.
Yeah. With Def Jam, clap it up for Def Jam. Clap it up for Def Jam.
Yes.
And she went them during the 50th year of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up.
Black excellence.
Legendary time. Yes, it was definitely a pivot from being independent. I don't think anyone understands that struggle more than us. Like having to not only have the vision for what you want to do, but also have the funds to back it.
That part.
You know, I'm not gonna be the one to come in an interview and be like, yeah, it's all this money we gonna throw. Like, it's hard because you're investing in every single aspect of yourself. And me, I like to get fly. I don't play. So I'm like, in addition to what I'm wearing, it also has to be, the glam has to be there, and the actual music. Like, you got to pay the right person to master it. You got to pay the right person to shoot the video, make sure it's quality, make sure it's this, that, and the location, and having extras and having everything that you need. That's a process. And so figuring that out for my first couple singles, I'm like, dang, if I can't do it how I want to do it, I'm not doing it. So that's why you see I got 2 singles out in the marketplace, really. 2 original records. I was like, okay, cool. Because the way I wanted to do it, we got to go full-fledged.
Yeah, 100%. Because like you said, it's different when you're doing it on your own. You're the engine, you the manager, you the assistant. You like literally got to make sure people are showing up on time.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And I run everything with a very tight leash. Everything. I have a high proclivity for anal retention. Every moment of my day, when it comes to music, is planned almost down to the second.
I believe it.
So
it's good that you take yourself serious.
Yeah, gotta bet on me.
Did that prepare you for like you going to the majors? So now you know what to. Hey, I've done this, so this is what it is. Like, did that prepare you for that?
For sure. I think I don't want to speak on behalf of my label, but I think I'm actually pretty easy to work with as far as, like, because I'm so used to having to be so hands-on that the things that most artists who have been with other majors before kind of, like, lay to the other side, I'll be like, what's up? What we got to do? I'm on it.
You asking
like,
questions, you're proactive.
Yeah, I'm very, like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I speak to my label every day. I speak to my lawyer every day. We could talk 1:00 in the morning on a Sunday night. My team is very, very hands-on, and so I just love when people are just as eager as you, because for me, people with no sense of urgency don't belong anywhere in my camp.
Right.
So
that's gonna take you so far, like further than most, because a lot of people are being babysit, and it's too much of that going on.
Yeah. So how does Lady London approach collaboration? Because, you know, this record with you and Dreezy,
crazy.
Y'all, back and forth.
Yeah.
And they called them the most underrated. Well, Dreezy, they were saying, like, y'all the most underrated in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Because y'all really can rap.
Yeah. Dreezy, I never heard a bad verse from that girl a day in her life.
She fire.
She's great. She's incredible. And me and Dreezy have been friends way before we did Yea Yea together. So it was kind of long overdue. Like we would go to each other's houses, like cook food, be like, girl, we gotta get a record, like casually for years. Like we gotta get a record. Yo, we gotta do a record together. And I remember we would like, casually throw ideas at each other, like in passing. Or we'd be in a party, like, girl, I gotta listen to this beat. And it's a loud party, like, listen to this beat, whatever. You can't really hear it. Then I found this beat. I worked with this guy named Nami, incredible producer in LA. And I heard it. I recorded 2 totally separate verses to it. It had a whole different concept. The song was originally called Courtside, actually. And I never put a hook on it. And then I was playing it for her, and she was like, oh, fuck with it. I was like, okay, cool. I muted the things. We did it in the session, and it was like, same day she pulled up to Westlake, we recorded it. It was dope.
Y'all got chemistry.
Yeah.
And you said some very, like, oh my goodness, it's like you in the NBA on the
NDA.
Jesus Christ.
It's a true story.
Who we talking about?
It's a true story.
Who you play for?
Man. I ain't saying all that. I'm saying it's a true story. I'm on an NDA too at this point. It's a true story.
Jesus.
That's crazy. You in the NBA.
On the NDA. That's a fact. Don't say nothing about us talking.
Nice.
I think a lot of companies do that though. Ain't that crazy though?
No, it's not crazy.
They gotta
it's
protect
protection. Yeah,
yeah, they do gotta
It's
protect
protection.
the asset. Yeah, that is true.
It's protection because hurt people. You know, they go about their business and start spreading all types of stuff.
Yeah, Lady London, she ain't never even been to London before.
Right, basically. Yeah, exactly.
That's real. I want to do record labels do that. They don't do that because they be bashing them like they be when it's done. Man, they didn't pay me for this. Like they don't do that, but they probably should now moving forward. Like
Yeah.
they get bashed all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does Lady London have any dream collaborations? Who does the Queen Lady London want to work with?
A lot of people at the forefront right now. Obviously, is I would really love to do a collab with Jay-Z and Drake if possible.
I knew Drake was gonna be in there.
Yeah, I would love to do the most toxic love song in the world with him, and back and forth. We would just, you know,
Drake, if you're listening.
Yeah, him. I love Jasmine Sullivan so much. She's just so like. It's a certain level of peace that she brings when I listen to her. Jasmine Sullivan and her, two people I would love to collab with as well. So
I love that. Her on the hook with you? Crazy.
Get out the way. Everybody just move.
She's such a savant. She's like, dare I say, like the modern day Prince. And I'm going to say it with my whole chest because she really is like songwriter, singer, instrumentalist, like, you know, like producer. She could play like, I think like 7 instruments or something like that. She's just, yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What about producers, though? Any producers you would want to, like, for real, send me that pack?
Yeah, I would love it for what? Of course. I love classic production. Though. Like, Timbo's obviously top of my list. I love Timbaland production. I love Neptune's Pharrell. Obviously, Swizzy. I would love, honestly, right now, I would love to work with Hit Boy, too. Yeah, he's really dope. I think, you know, when producers are actually rappers, it kind of helps sometimes when you putting together a vision because they can hear something too. Sometimes producers be only hearing like kicks and snares. Yeah. You know. So.
But can you produce? I think Diddy actually just said this on Twitter. He said like producers are not really producers now because they're not producing the vision, the song. It's like they just do the beat and the lyrics and that's it. Yeah, and it's like nah, like actually make the song come to life. So you're looking more, or that's like your goal is like more people that can produce a vision and bring it to life. Yeah, for
sure, definitely. And then just in co-production in general, I'm kind of jumping into my producer bag now, like where I'm learning how to like really arrange records, like really like put them together the way that I want to. So just learning that. I'm learning how to, you know, like play instruments now and stuff. So I kind of want to tap into that side of things. But yeah.
It's a bright future for you.
Yeah, for sure. Because if I had to describe your sound, I feel like it sounds like it's like 2000s, but very modern. Yeah. Like, it's like modern. Like, if Khalees was on SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I love that.
It's very, like it's been here before, but you're adding a new twist to it.
Yeah, new flavor to it.
Nobody sound like you either.
Nah. I love that. I love that. Yeah, I like that.
Could you see yourself going back to get your master's degree?
Did I see myself going back?
Yeah, could you like you know going to
Then she gonna get her PhD.
Yeah, that's what it is, the PhD. Because you did step away from that to do music.
So I was considering going to law school for a minute. I just don't have the time. I literally don't have the time to eat in most days. So like I really want to do law school though. I wanted to sit down with my contracts with my lawyers and really know what's going on from the business side of things. But I've considered getting a master's in music law. They offer one online at my alma mater at SC. So I never count school out of my future because to me it was so easy and so natural when I went. So I don't know what going on to school online looks like, but you know.
Do you see yourself? Do you see yourself like having your own record label one day?
Yeah, eventually when I have the infrastructure to do so. I hate when artists come in and they sign another artist before they're even an artist themselves. Right. Like you signed on my label. Like how? You're not even off the ground. Like how is that possible? You know, like if anything, I would want to be already well established and kind of really on my exit from music already. You know, because I don't see it as my end all be all. So if I were to start a label, it would be because I've already done this business, and I would want to teach the people coming in the structure of it and how you know I would approach it totally different than how people come in. But that's super long term for me.
Right.
Definitely see you running a label. Yeah. One day.
Yeah, I want to teach them how everything works. A lot of people come in, they have no idea what they're talking about.
Don't understand our business. Right.
They just heard it from somebody, like you know. So
You know, your GOAT Jay-Z, he was running Def Jam at one point.
you know, but first he infiltrated the building and learned their practices and how things work, the chain of command from the bottom of the building to the top, and then he was able to take that same structure model and use it and apply it to his whole thing. I think being a student first before you try to play sensei is always very important. Everything.
It sets you apart from everybody.
Yeah, 100%. And then it prepares you to really lead it the way you would want to, instead of having it be like a high risk, low reward situation, you know?
Right.
So I'd rather know everything that there is to know. That way I can go in with a clear mind. I don't think you could teach anybody, like, giving directions to places that you haven't been is just, like, it makes no sense to me.
That's why I understand a lot of these, like, coaches, and even with sports, like, they played in high school, but they're coaching, like, collegiate, like, or, like, NFL,
Bill
NBA,
Belichick,
like,
Bill
that's
Belichick never played in the NFL.
Who?
Bill Belichick for the Patriots.
I still feel the same way.
Stand on
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't matter. He could have learned, but it's like he probably learned as he got into the game. But I still stand on it. Like, you ain't got that hands on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean you're not gonna be great.
Yeah, no, it just helps a lot when you've been in the field already. Like, you can look at it from a different perspective. Even now, I personally think the job at A&Rs is not a real thing. I think it's people that are like hired now. A&R used to be a real position where people like really knew records, and so I think
now it's just like, different. Oh, you here?
Yeah, it's like people that don't even really believe in your sound at all, that was hired to be on your project, that are like, no, yes. It's kind of like, okay, but are you listening to what I'm trying to do here, or are you trying to, like? And I don't know, I just think people should invest more into what their career is going to be. So,
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You have a lot of knowledge.
You do. Your future bright. Your future
super bright.
Absolutely. So. Like you are one of them ones.
I hope so.
One of them ones.
One of them ones.
Hey.
Absolutely. Yes, well, thank you so much for pulling up the Infinite Vibes.
Yes, thank you, babe. Appreciate you.
In a perfect world, we could get like a beatbox freestyle from you or something. Or maybe you could perform.
Acapella.
Yeah. Lunch table vibes. You could just perform Yeah. Just perform your verse like Yeah.
8-bar from Yeah.
Cool. What is Yeah? I feel like I'm tired.
I know you tired. You been going. Hey.
Just like, you got a friend for my homie, boo? No, Pop. I want your homie. Got a friend for you. He like, why you so private? I thought you been my bae. Boy, you in the NBA and on the NDA. I don't play that. I hurt you and you want payback. You repossessing purses, emotional. I can see that. You keep asking me questions like, what are we? I'm going to tell you, like, listen, just be my peace. So, yeah, literally.
I love it.
Just be her piece, damn it. Just be her piece. Do not buy her a Birkin. Pay for a studio session.
No, buy me a Birkin. No, buy me a Birkin, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
She want to get invested in buy her Birkin, period.
Yeah.
It's okay to want it all.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Want it all, man.
One thing about us, we always just like to encourage our guests to provide positive words of affirmation.
Sure.
So what is some advice that Lady London can give to the people?
Believe in you. Bet on you. Don't be swayed by popularity. Be guided by principle and by faith. And know your source. What you doing it for. Just like she said, what you doing it for.
Beautiful. Wise words. I love that.
Lady London, your future is bright. Congratulations to you on everything you got going on.
So much.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hey,
you got our support.
Please give our listeners your social media. Let them know how to get in contact with you. You got over 1 million followers, so.
It's hard to get through.
Right. I'm Lady London on all social platforms. It's like all one word. Spelled exactly how you think.
Lit.
For sure. Hey, Infinite Vibes.
Infinite Vibes.
The Queen, Lady London, is in the building.
Here we go. Thank y'all so much.
Of course.